All right, for the ones who are watching or the ones who are going to watch this stream, I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. I just want to say that for Thursday, it is rainy over here. Very gloomy today. But that's okay though. I always like a gloomy days because it makes it cooler outside instead of being the beating heat all the time. But it does tell you something though. This winter is going to be different where I live, anyways. It's going to be a lot different where I live because it's going to be a time where we're going to get snow here, mind you, but it's going to be my concern is going to be the ice rain that we're going to have. And this ice rain will probably hit uh, in November, right into probably into January. Uh, I have to say maybe yeah, in January or so. It's going to be really messy here. It's going to be a very messy winter this year. We're definitely going to have snow, no doubt about it. But there's also going to be a quick fall. What I mean by quick fall is that the spring will start springing a lot earlier this year than it has in the past. So, well, it has before. Like I remember in February it was like plus 30, and I couldn't believe it. Plus 30 in February or something like that, and it's like the coldest month of them all. And then it warmed up, melted a bit of snow, almost to the point that all the snow was all melted and all that stuff. But this winter is going to be where I live, anyways. Is going to be pretty slick. It's going to be slick where I am. Because it seems like with the strong El Nino that's happening, the northern part of Canada, including where I am, is going to be warmer than usual. It's going to be, in some places, they're going to have more snow because it's warmer. And the other times, they're going to have, like down here, we might not even get very much snow compared to everywhere else. So this winter is going to be extremely slippery at the beginning. Probably throughout the whole winter, it's going to be slippery for sure. With the melting and all that stuff, it's going to be crazy out there this winter because it's been very hot. Um, Most of Canada has been very hot. You look at BC, you look like the prairies, and you look at my hometown in northwestern Ontario, and then southern Ontario where I live now, and then out east. It's gonna be a wild winter. Like it's gonna be extremely warm. And here's the thing, though: down south, it's gonna be a little bit cooler than usual. Um, like down in like say like the Panhandle or not the Panhandle, but down like in Florida and all that stuff, they're gonna see an increase of like they might get um, an ice storms, ice storms where the temperatures will drop to a certain degrees. Florida is going to get hit with a bit of cold. Same thing with Cuba and that. So this winter, a lot of places are baking. There's a lot of warmness this summer um, across the United States, mostly in the center part of the United States, and right in up. And then same thing in BC. It's going to be quite warm, but they're going to be morely rainy, during the winter months. But they still will have snow, but not as much as they had in the couple of years. This year it's going to be a little bit more warmer with the rain and warmer temperatures. I think they're going to have like maybe +5. Yeah, I think the highest is going to be either +3 or +5, +7, +3 to +7 degrees um, in the wintertime in that. So I don't know. It's like, what can I do? What can I do? How can I do it? I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to say and something that I wanted to do, but I just don't know. I just really don't know. And it is something that I thought, oh, maybe I could do this or maybe I could do that. I don't know. But I'm not too worried about like all over Canada, but I am kind of worried about most of Canada because if it's dry this winter, that's not really good for the forest or the forest in Canada. It just means an early start of fire season next year, which could actually happen early as May, late May, early June, and that's not good for northern, like in all over Canada. It's just not good um, with the fires happening, and because of the snow out west, like in BC, it's been fires after fires for at least 2 years now, or 3 years. It's been very dry in BC, and they've been getting a lot of forest fires and all that stuff. But lately, it's just getting worse and worse throughout the years. And here's the bad part for the winter in BC: there's going to be a lot more avalanches than there ever has in the past. And you thought this past winter was bad for BC, but BC, it's going to get worse. Actually, there's going to be more fatalities um, in BC, especially in the mountain range where a lot of skiers like to go, or snow climbers, or whatever. It's just something that I am concerned about. Something that I don't want people to, I don't want people saying, oh, it's no biggie, it's going to be a normal winter. It's not a normal winter and has never been a normal winter since 98. 98 was the start of an unwary winters. In 98, I was 20. I was 20 years old. I was out sliding in January, February, when it's usually cold as heck, but that it was warm, and especially at night. I went sliding on a hill with a friend of mine, and we both were sliding toboggans in the middle of the night, having a great time, and coming back and, just doing whatever. It was like something that I enjoyed a lot. Never thought of doing that, but it has been very warm lately. And it's not nobody's fault or anything like that, but it is something to say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is what you need, or maybe this is what you want. You know, like I'm not here to um, I'm not here to um, suggest on what to do and what not to do and how you say it and how if you go back in time to like in 98, that was the same year. Um, it was the same year that I went to college. And in February, I couldn't believe this. It was it was a significant warm and cold front that year, where it was the most powerful ice storm in Canada's history. it shut down Montreal because they were in that area where they were getting a lot of freezing rain because of the warmness that's happening and the coldness coming down. And when you get both of them kind of clashing each other, it's going to be like that. But it's now seemed like it's going to get worse this year than anything else, and it might be actually further north, a little bit further north, where the freezing rain will be this year in Quebec. That's what I'm kind of seeing right now. Here, it's going to be warm, but as well, temperatures at night will go down cool. So it might go to like plus, I don't know how much, but I think it's going to be like maybe +3 to +8 this winter. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be like that during the day. During the evening, it's going to be a little bit different. It might actually be a little bit warmer at night than it would be during the day. Because of one thing, the mountain, or not the mountain, the volcano that erupted in the water spit out so much moisture into the atmosphere. It brings it into the atmosphere, and it usually stays in the atmosphere for so long until it dissipates. But it brings in the warmness from the sun and keeps the warmness heated in the earth. So this winter is going to be very messy. Some places, even in the United States, they're going to see that. They're not going to see it right away, but they're going to see it gradually. They're going to see it. There's going to be more fatalities, more of everything, and people that live in northern Canada as well is going to feel the impact of so much. It could be a lot of snow, it could be no snow, it could be rain with snow, like a slushy snow, and that's about it. Like it's just something that doesn't make a, I don't know if it's going to make any difference or anything like that, but all I know is that this winter is going to get bad for, let's see, um, basically anybody around the Great Lakes, basically. So that's Chicago, Detroit, Toronto, um, that as well involves with Cleveland, um, you know, Cleveland, um, western parts of New York, uh, state of New York, not New York, New York. New York might get more rain and more snow this winter. New York probably get New York might get shut down this winter because of so much moisture that's in the atmosphere. Like I mentioned, it's going to affect New York City, um, and even in New Jersey and other parts. Even Boston will get nailed with a lot of snow. Now, they usually get a lot of snow in Boston anyway, so they know what it feels like anyways to get themselves prepared. So they're going to be more prepared than New York will. New York will have another shutdown like they had back in, I can't remember when, but you've seen people skiing on the streets, you've seen people walking around and all that stuff. It basically, New York is going to be, um, New York will probably be something. And it's not like anybody, but it's just because it's warmer, more snow, more everything. A lot of nor'easterns that might actually happen if there is ever northeastern, um, meaning that the warmer and colder air collides, and then they get to collide on the outside. But if it's more of the interior of the United States, it will also hit Canada as well. Um, Mostly in Ottawa, Quebec, City, Quebec, or Montreal, and so forth. Give me a second here. So I'm not a weather specialist. I'm not anything like that, but I'm just thinking on what I have in my own intelligence is that this is what's going to happen for the eastern side. It's going to be different than compared to any other, but it might also be a little bit more snow inside of New York. That means there's going to be a lot more rain, freezing rain during New Year's Eve, guaranteed. Now, if there is more rain in in on New Year's Eve, and then it starts getting colder, and everybody's getting wet and and freezing at the same time. A lot of people are going to find everything starting to freeze up in New York, and I think that's what the biggest problem is right there. Is that the freezing rain is going to affect them more than it would be up here. Um, where I live, it's going to affect New York big time because they're more closer to the Atlantic than where I live, even where Cleveland is, in Detroit, and that we might get more of an unsettled weather pattern, but not as bad as New York is going to get it. Boston as well, and some even North Carolina. Probably from South Carolina all the way up is going to feel that effect. That's what I'm guessing for this winter. I'm not saying that, oh, it will happen. I'm just thinking of what could happen if it stays like that. If it stays like that, that means the eastern part will definitely get more um, potential storms, you know, and some other places will get more snow than others. And then when you go further north, it might be a little bit less. Like if you look at Detroit and Cleveland, Cleveland might get a lot more snow, but not like as much as you think it would, but it's just a little bit more snow than usual for Cleveland. Same thing for Toronto and Montreal. Like like I said, this year is either going to be a little bit more drier. That means that more colder air is coming down this winter, um, and as well warmer air coming from the south. You're going to have a pattern that there's going to be a battle line further north than where it usually is. There's a battle line usually. Um, there's always a battle line between the weather systems, right? But it seems like this year it might be a little bit further north than usual. So that means there might be there might be it might be opposite of what it was in the past. It might be the opposite, meaning that the south might be a little bit more cooler than the north, and the north will be a little bit more warmer than the south. And same thing with the eastern side of the United States, like in the United States, even in the Atlantic side of Canada. It's going to get messy no matter where you live in North America. On the western side, I'm not too sure, but if they are correct and all that stuff, be prepared for anything from flooding to overpacked snow to even more rain in areas that don't see very much rain in that area. So that's in the southwestern United States. Um, Vancouver, right down to Portland, Oregon, probably seeing a little bit more rain this year and all that stuff, but as well get some snow in there. It's one of those things you just got to be cautious about this year for the weather. Now I'm not no weather expert, like I said earlier. Not no weather expert. I'm just a person who thinks what thinks. I may think that it's going to be like this. Doesn't mean it's going to be true or false. It just means that this winter is going to be a little bit different than last winter, and it'd be a surprise for some people, and others might be not surprised. They probably had the thing up here. We could get snow, a big dumping of snow here. You know, like we might get hit with like maybe like 5 or 6 feet of snow. Everybody's blocked within 48 hours. 48 hours, snow be coming down and then pile up. It's going to be worse than Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York got nailed so good during the time that they were supposed to play, and they're saying they had a state emergency because of the snowpack that they had, and they had to shut down the city because of it. Now that could actually happen here this year, and on the other side of Lake Ontario. It could actually happen to Hamilton, Toronto, um, in Niagara Falls, wherever that it could hit. It could actually hit us pretty good, but there might be a warm up within like a week or two, where all the snow will start melting because temperatures are starting to go up. If that is happening, then that will happen. But when the temperatures reach over plus 10, it may actually hit plus 10 or 12 this winter. Especially when the times will get cold, the next few days might get warmer, so that means there'd be more floods in our area where I live. Like from Toronto, Hamilton, Niagara Falls, Oakville. Doesn't matter where you live on the Great Lake here. Even Kingston, Ontario, could get it. Peterborough and all that stuff. So London, Ontario, could get a lot of snow this year as well. In fact, here's something that I'm kind of worried about. If all of southern Ontario gets hit with snow, and then all of a sudden gets a warm up, and same thing for parts of the United States, you're going to see a lot of floods that are going to happen in places that you don't think, you know, like you look at Vermont, the state of Vermont in the United States. They're supposed to be the safest place in the United States from anything from water and all that stuff. Well, Mother Nature has proved us wrong, and it doesn't matter if you live in that state, you're still going to get flooded. You look at South and North Dakota, same thing with Manitoba. They all have, they always get flooded, and they did like the floodgates and all that stuff so that the city of Winnipeg doesn't get flooded like they did back in the 1950s. Now, in the 1950s, that was very devastation for its time. All of the city were flooded, and the people that I talked to do remember that year of the flooding, and they remember how much damage that Winnipeg had throughout that flooding year. Nobody was safe in Winnipeg, especially with the city that's on Red Lake, or not Red Lake. What is it called? Red River. Yeah, Red River, I think. So you have a Red River, you get the floods happening, it goes into that river right there, it overflows and goes into the city. They have a backup plan in Manitoba, which they dug out underneath them. They dug so far down so that if there any water does, it would all lead into Lake Winnipeg, which is a smart idea. A lot of people thought it was kind of funny, like, why would you do something like that? You don't need to do anything like that. In fact, Winnipeg did the rightful thing. They didn't do anything um, to make uh, to make it different. Uh, to make it themselves safer. Of course, that the floods are going to be flooding and all that stuff, but they need to build more floodways so that the flood can go into Lake Winnipeg so that it would just go where it needs to go. It goes up north, right? From South Dakota to northern Dakota through Manitoba and into the Lake Winnipeg. And that's what they need to do. They need to put it there. But here's the thing though, Winnipeg can actually build a dam in in that section to help out with the energy thing and any energy going east or west to help out with it. Manitoba can actually be the top priority of places that can actually help out with a lot of, um, next doors. Like you have people in Saskatchewan and you have people in northwestern Ontario that can actually use that amount of energy. As well, they can actually collect a lot of that water and help out Alberta or Saskatchewan and Alberta with the farms. All they need to do is build a pipe, okay, build a pipe and start doing certain things and then opening up a what I call a pool. Like you get certain sections in Saskatchewan all over the place, especially in Alberta, and then you start filling those tanks with a lot of those waters. Kind of even out. If there's enough water, it could go right to Alberta, and then that be it. And that would be actually a big contract right there. Instead of flowing oil around, why not water? There's always Manitoba always gets a lot of floods during the spring and all that stuff. I don't see anything like in where I used to live in northwestern Ontario. There's a lake and there's a lot of rivers around, so they're fine, but it's westward. So you get the water and you strip them with these big pools that are as big as a three story home. You know, you put about six of three-story rooms or three-story homes into a big pool that from from the rooftop to the basement or cellar, you know, you got yourself a really deep pool, and you have six homes, on one side and on the other side. Fill it up with water, you got enough there to probably last you for a little bit. Not I don't know if it will last you throughout the whole summer or not, but for dealing with farms and that, they can make easily do that. They can distribute the water around Saskatchewan to make it so that the crops can grow and all that. And same thing with Alberta. They can do distributed these pipes, underneath where they can actually have water coming out so that they can have a lot more stuff. But a lot of people do not see that. A lot of people do not see that because they think it costs so much money and everything else. But you know what? With everything that you've been doing lately and all that stuff, no wonder why you don't have any money to do these things because you just keep on doing it. That's why I was saying, that we need a third government here in Canada to help out to get the stuff progress and the stuff going. All you just need is one yes. One more yes. And then you got that project happening, and even jobs will grow into that. Instead of making pipelines for oil and gas, why not pipelines for water? Distribute the water around the farms. Why not? It wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt at all. It would actually be great to actually have it for up here in Canada. Down in the States, they could use that water too. If it starts flooding in Fargo, North Dakota, they could distribute that water down to the where it needs to be. Down in California or something, or Arizona, or Nevada. They could distribute all that water down in certain parts where they can have a farm. There's a lot of farms in the United States that are in the desert where they go. Like I think Phoenix, Arizona, is one of them that have a farm in the desert. It just helps them out. Same thing with other places that get flooded in what is it called? The central, no, Midwest United States, where they had the big floods in Turkey, not Turkey, but in what is that state called? Kentucky, Kentucky, in Tennessee, when they had those floods in Kentucky, where they don't usually get a lot of floods. That water can actually be good for distributing pipes down that way. All you just need to do is have on the way as it goes there to have clean water so that they'll be able to have clean, good crops. You know, when you have clean crops, that's when you want to do a good job about. You have a great job, you have everything. It's just something really good. And that's about it. Like a lot of places these days is very hard when it comes to with it, especially with the winter out this year. What's going to be like? I have no clue, but I'm just guessing that this winter is going to be pretty bad in eastern, northeastern, and southeastern United States. Is going to get bad. Um, as well in north um, Midwest and South Midwest is going to get bad as well. Not as bad as you think, but there's going to be days that the North, like in South Dakota, North Dakota, is going to be a little bit different compared to like places like New Orleans and New Orleans and what is it? Warsaw, I think it's called. The state called Warsaw, I think. I can't remember. Anyways, they're gonna see a drastic change in weather. It's gonna be a little bit more cooler than they're used to. But it should be all right. They should be all right. Montana, not Is it? No, not Montana. What's the other one there? Um, Missouri. That's it. Missouri is going to be the fighting zone where it's going to get cooler and warmer. And I think that's where it's going to be blending in a little bit differently there. So they're going to probably expect a little bit more freezing rain and all that, and even heavier snow depending on where they live in Missouri. So, yeah. But anyways, for the ones that are watching or the ones that are going to watch this stream, I hope everybody's going to enjoy this stream as much as I'm going to be playing it. I love to play this game, knowing that it is getting closer. What doesn't tell me anyways. It doesn't show me what time or not time, but what um, day it is. Except for on my cell phone, I have to look at the date. And school is just about here for a lot of kids. August 24th today is. So for being August 24th is a thing to check out, you know, and I'm not too worried about a lot of things, but I'm not even worried about anything else. So I'm not going to weave anything off. So, anyways, if you're gonna like this stream, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. If you are old or if you already have subscribed to me, please put a like down so that I know that you would like this content. Uh, because it is getting closer to the end of this month, there is a game that's coming out next month, which is Baldur's Gate 3. I can't wait to try that game out and see what it's like. I know it's supposed to be similar to DOS 2, which is Divinity Original Sins 2. It's supposed to be similar to that type of game. So I can't wait to try it out, and oh, I think it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Hopefully, as fun as this game. This game right here is a lot of fun as well. I hope everybody does enjoy this game. And remember, even though that I'll probably finish this character probably within next week, maybe today or next week, um, that this is going to be the one that's going to be the best. But I will still be finishing up this one. This one's going to take a little bit longer, but it's okay. Though I'm excited just to start with this one, and hopefully it would be good. That means that I got all four of these achievements, plus I got the achievement of making up the 40, and hopefully everything else will follow in line. I'm hoping with this game. So, all right, y'all, let's continue on with my character, and then that's it. Let's go for it. As you can tell, I'm actually talking pretty good. My voice is a little bit more rested and all that stuff, so it's good though, right? Yeah. I just want to look at the paintings for a second here. Oh, that's neat. Some days I'm like that too. I get spaced out because I just don't know what to do. And that's usually happens to me every day for this year anyways. Usually other years are not bad, but or the past years hasn't been that bad, but this year it's been pretty bad for a lot of things. Tree root.
Revelio.
Oh. There we go. Look at this lady right here. She's just sitting down on the barrel of beer and just having a great time. Where's the dinging coming from?
Revelio.
Oh, right there. Found you. I get not off topic, but I get off something where you're trying to find it and you hear the dinging and you can't figure out where it is. Sometimes you go around and you're trying to find it and you can't find it. It's like you hear that dinging. I don't know if that's coming from down here or up here somewhere. So
Revelio.
gotta eat my apple. It's morning. Gotta have my nuts. Mmm. Nuts. Alright.
Oh, nice to see you, my young friend.
Okay, I gotta go this way. There we go.
Revelio.
I want my... Platypus. And a kitty cat. And... Uh-huh. Oh yeah, let's go down this way. Ooh, look at that. Sweet Alabama.
Revelio.
What's over here? Definitely something digging there. Do I have? No, I don't have that yet, but I will probably today. Will be having it today, I should say. Alright, keep going. Verdict entrance.
Revelio.
You know what'd be kind of cool is having a stair, or not a stairway, but a room underneath the stair right there, and they made it so that nobody else can get to it. Kind of cool. Oh, we'll see it somewhere. Oh, right here. Whoa.
Revelio.
Alright, gotta go this way. I'm back. Hey, how's it going, sir? Take another like. Ah, thank you. How's your day today? For a Thursday. Usually Thursdays are quite lively with me sometimes, especially streaming at this time. And there they go, husband and wife chasing each other. The wife always chasing his husband with her cleaver. I know, how about yourself? Actually, I'm not too bad. It's kind of rainy, gloomy out there right now, but at least I'm staying dry. That's the main reason. All right, gotta go upstairs. Hello. Okay, go down, or not down, but up, up, up. All right, and I gotta go in here. Okay, gotta go see this guy. I prefer sunny days. Yes, I do the same. I would love to have a sunny day, but today is not that day because it's supposed to rain most of the, well, not most of the day, but it's supposed to be like this for the good part of it. Better than clouds in the summer. Humidity sucks. True. Humidity does really suck here where I live, but the best part is if it stays cloudy throughout the day, it's not bad because it keeps the temperatures cool. But as soon as there's like a heavy downpour and then the clouds move away and then the sun comes out, the humidity goes skyrocketed because everything on the ground is starting to evaporate, like the heat and all that. Those things that I don't like very much. Because I live off the lakes that are around me, it gets really humid here. Alright, let's go talk to him. Talk to the boss.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver! Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Yeah, Ranrock wants the locket.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Alright.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know
I have
where
to
it
go
leads.
now. I hope you get more
It leads to
viewers.
the
'cause
library.
yeah, I hope so
A
too, sir.
restricted section, to be precise. And a bit
It's
beyond.
I
See traces
I don't
of
mind
magic
it
there on the
as
map.
what it is, but
I
you know,
suspected you would see
sometimes
something.
it is
Shall
what
we
it
go?
is.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and
But
I'm
you
eager
have
to
a great
discover
day
what
there.
we may find there as
You
well.
have a great day there,
But
sir.
if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Right on. Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, I forgot about this. Ooh, 57 buckaroonies. So this is a skeleton of us. You know what? It's a good thing that our skeletons don't show us, like, the whole thing, you know? Like, it's a good thing, like, you know, if our, like, persistence. Look at the chest right here. It's all bone. It doesn't have anything like that, like if it's a female or a male on it, and it looks like it might be just a male right here. But just imagine that if our breast, like our chest, you know, was all bone and not skin tissue or anything like that, but we had like our chest is like bone. Like it has muscle underneath the bone or above the bone, whatever it is, but it shows like the what you would look like. And just imagine that other parts of our bodies are the same. Oh, pardon me. It'd be
Revelio.
different. Okay, gotta do that. We already did that. You know what? I don't think maybe I have been in here for something, but I just don't remember very much about this place right here right now. It's probably because I haven't really did a lot. Okay, let's go this way.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Yes, I know. Alright. So, I know a lot of you thinking, well, your viewerships are pretty low and all that stuff. But you know what? I don't really mind being low. I'd like to have as many as maybe uh, 200 viewers watching me and all that stuff, but I don't stream long enough to get that, you know? Um, there is a reason why I don't do that. It's because of one thing. It's because when you're on disability, you don't want to increase the amount of hours that you do at all. In fact, this in 20 years, when I hit 65, um, that I probably wouldn't mind because everything will be down, and I will probably keep myself busy just as long as I can afford the internet and all that. I have a feeling the internet will be expensive when I get into when I get there, and that'd be 2038. 2038. I'd be in my. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a rough ride. That's all I can say for myself. But for a lot of people, it's not gonna be as bad because they don't have attachments on them. Like you, they say that there's no attaching and all that stuff, but when it comes to a different stuff like making your own and that um, showing that you can make money. It's just you got to bring in this, and then if they say this is not right in every way, saying that on disability you seem like you're making a little bit too much, and these days you're making too less. What's happening here? Like what's going on? And they have to ask those questions because they're stuck on one ability, which is hourly. Now they don't have piecework in disability. So, you know what I mean? They don't have anything that's piecework, or piecework or anything else like it. Like if I was a tree planter persistence, and I'm planting trees, and I get a certain amount. So say if I planted 1,200 trees, okay, for 6 cents, or 2 cents, okay, that doesn't give me very much. But if I planted every day, like 5 days a week or even 6 days a week, planting 1,200 trees in that week, then I probably get as much as I can. So that could be like 500 or 600 or even $800 if I planted that, or even if I made 2,000, 2,000 trees that I planted, and then I get a certain amount for that week. It gets a little bit more, but I only can push it so much that I won't be able to do anything about it. And ODSP will say, "Well, you're making too much money," and or not, um, not that, but the amount of what disability would give you. So, this way.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
She sounds like a second or a third year student. Because she's still a kid, right? She likes to have fun. She likes to be kind of like, just a person that likes to trick people. So I think she's between second and third year student. He's a fifth year student, so yeah, I think she's morely around second or third. I'm not too sure what, but we'll see.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
Oh.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Alright. Oh, hang on. Going to go down this way. Down this way and out.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
No, where are you? Ah, there you are.
Accio! Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about. Revelio!
Ah, right there. Look at that. Alright, so speaking of everything, like for myself, I can't really, if I didn't have any strings attached to me or anything like that, I probably would have,
Revelio!
would have start streaming just like everybody else, when times get a little bit tough, you have everything, right? But it's just a little bit awkward, when you don't have very much that you can do, but you try to do it, but you can't do it, because of your limitations of what you can do. If I were a person that could actually
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
If I were like a person that had a way of getting myself out, and it wasn't me that put me into this, it was my it was my there you are. It was my own mother that put me into this situation. Which I'm not trying to put down my own mother or any way like that. It's just, I wish that I can say, hey, why would you want to do this to me? Why would your own mother put you into a situation that you got taken advantage of, When your own mother takes advantage of you on it, instead of making herself work on herself, instead of working on her own son, it it really does hurt. You know, like, I don't know what to do anymore.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
It's just one of those things.
Revelio!
Oh, come on, where are you? Oh, right there.
Accio!
There.
Revelio!
Ah, there you are. Good thing I didn't go too far, eh? So, I'm not trying to make any fuss about my life or anything like that, but there is a lot of people are having troubles too with their own life or with their own mother and all that stuff. Even dad issues. A lot of people have dad issues. Like the daughters usually have dad issues or mother issues, you know. But when it comes to your own mother, and you can't do anything about it because they see it as a person as an abuser or whatever. You can't look at it that way. You gotta look at it differently, and I don't know. It's just I just wish that I had my own life, you know. If I had my own life, I'd probably be a little bit better off than I am now. I wouldn't have to worry about anything like my future, you know. But some people just don't see it that way. Oh, that's... Yep, okay. I got nothing yet there, so... Here's the sad part, though. I never got to experience a lot of things that other people have, because when you have a person that hangs on to you for so long and doesn't want to let go for any reason, and thinking that I'm incapable of doing stuff on my own, because she thinks that I'm the one who needs the help, and she's not the one. It really does bother me, you know. Like, I just, how can you compete today? You know, how can you compete today on this situation where people just don't care about a lot about males? You know, a lot of us males. Did you know there's more problems on the male side than there is on the lady side? And yet, when we get to that situation, and then it's always this, always that. But you gotta look at the further picture than what you're seeing. When a person is saying, yeah, this and that, like, I give you an example, okay? My wrong button. My mother lost her brother when she was young. Okay. She tried to...
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Yeah. She tried to... She... You know, like... She lost a lot of people around her. My own mother. She lost her brothers. She lost her dad. She lost her firstborn. She lost her husband. And she lost, you know, there's more loss in her life. And she never got help for them. Or she never speaks of them because she's holding it back, because she's using that all on to me. Which is understandable, but when you don't get help for those, what can you do? Or how am I supposed to say, hey, you need help, but she doesn't allow you? She only gives you help instead of herself. I just wish that I wish that I can do something, but I'm just one
Revelio.
person. I don't have the power or anything else because I've been dragged down that I can't focus on myself. With my health deteriorating and all that stuff, what can I do? There's nothing. And I don't know what else to do. It's making me sicker. And when I went to my Remicade yesterday, I was at 175. In 2 months, I lost almost 10 pounds. With the stress that I've been feeling and all that stuff, my weight is going down. I have to worry about my own mother all the time than myself.
Comrades in arms, for I am of stout heresies.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the person who has this problem. A lot of people say, "Oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You should be obeying your mother instead of being
Accio. Revelio.
Oh, miss.
Accio.
There we go. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. My health is deteriorating and the stress is getting to me. Like I don't know if I'll be able to make it 20 years. Like I said, with everything that's going on, I don't know if I'll be able to.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Here's the other problem I have to say.
Revelio. Accio. That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Here's the problem though. The problem is that it's not me, I know that. It is my own mother, but how can you say it to a lady that just doesn't want to listen to you because of what she wants for you and all that stuff? That's fine if I was a child. If I was a child or a young adult, but a person that is bigger, like you like I hear people that are they have problems, mental issues and all that stuff. I don't have mental issues, but my mom does, but nobody sees it. They only see things the other way. They only see things to me all the time. They don't see things outside. They don't expect, she lost a lot of her own family on the male side. And she's keeping me close because of it. But it also ruins my life, my personal life. I never, there's so much that I never experienced that I don't know what to do. Well, what can I do? Nobody will help me out because people just don't care because they're not in my shoes. And here's the worst part, though. Here's the worst part. And between my mom and I, seeing my mom, I know you guys see it with XQC and all that stuff, how he does his toenails. My mom does the same thing. She grabs her big toe and starts ripping it up with her own teeth. But here's the kicker, though. Even though you say, "Oh, that's not bad, that's nothing," but she wears no underwear. That's the problem. She wear no underwear. And because she wear no underwear, it's because, well, what can I do? That mental image of her and all that stuff is in my mind, and I really want to leave, but she keeps on hooking me up and doing stuff that I don't want to do here. Outside, I don't care. Like if I'm in, say, like if I live somewhere else, like maybe if I lived in Peterborough or Cornwall or Ottawa or Sudbury, North Bay, Sault Ste. Marie, somewhere where I could be, somewhere where I can actually be, where I can get the help too, but not where my mom is. This is what they call a separation between mother and son, where the mother is involving herself with son's life so that she can only control him and everybody else don't have to do that. You know what I mean? It's almost like that. Sooner or later, she's really doing, and nobody is listening. Because
I
nobody.
swear it wasn't what you think, my cherub. Your eyes deceived you.
I don't know. Maybe
I hope you've had more luck
I'm
than I
supposed
did
to
tracking
just
down
do
my
what...
gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Alright, that's good. Challenge complete. So, you know what I mean?
Revelio.
Like, people will say, "Well, maybe you should do what you are supposed to do." You know, like I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Nobody. This is the only way I can speak out is on YouTube. YouTube is actually not too bad. But this is what I have to do, and this is what I like to do, you know? Not in the bad way, but always in the good way. I just want to be happy. And the way things are going, I don't think I'm going to be happy because my health is going to be failing for a long while.
Revelio.
I believe we have something to discuss.
Yep.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Yes, ma'am.
Seems crossed wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
So, Here's one thing I have to say is that sometimes people, the only way for a person like myself will have to speak out about this is through this, so that this is on record. Otherwise, I wouldn't be saying anything like this at all about it.
Revelio.
But seeing your own mother chew her own toenails with nothing on under, like, no, nothing. I mean, like, bottomless. And it's on my bed too at that time. I never slept on that bed or like slept in the covers or anything because I was disgusted. But it's hard for me to have that pointed out. People would just not know. I'm afraid I don't know what to do. And I refuse to get help down here because I don't want that image stuck in my head. If I'm going to be here, I'd rather go up north, somewhere where I can get the help, get the treatment, get everything where I can get, instead of being stuck where I am now. I need separation, and that's it. You know, I need separation. Legally, that's supposed to happen, but if nobody wants to listen, then nobody will listen. I refuse to take any medication or anything like that down here, and I refuse to take, like, I have medication that I do, which is Remicade and the other pills that I have as well. I would take those things, but I refuse to take any more medicine or anything like that that would keep me healthy, and that I refuse big time. And I don't need to be I don't need to be here where I live right now. And because of rent going up and everything else like that, I don't know what to do. Being out in the streets, being on disability, everything that my mom wanted, she got. The only thing she does not have is some things that she wants, and I'm not going to get her. She's not going to get. She will never going to get until there's separation between her and I. Oh, I need fire.
Revelio.
I don't care if I lose more weight or if I really don't care anymore. Everybody has some sort of problem. But mine's just going to get worse and worse throughout the years.
Glad you're back.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Okay.
Accio. Reparo.
Oh shit. Damn it.
Accio.
There we
Good
go.
one.
Leviosa.
Nicely done.
Leviosa. Accio.
That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
So I just wanted to say what has happened through the time of stuff. Now, on because I'm on disability, it's not because that I wanted to be on it. It's because my mental state was not there. After I lost my dad back in 2004, I got sent to disability because my mom wanted something to help me out with for the future, which I would have been fine on my own and everything else, but she took that advantage of my mental state. My mental state was not good. It was not strong. It was very gone. My emotional state was pretty gone as well. She took advantage of that and of it. I thought my mom was going to be going on that as well. I was there to support her as she was supporting me to do the same thing because of her. But instead, what she did is she made me go and do a lot of these things at the time. Yes, at the time I said a lot of things, yes, 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 and all that stuff, and that without realizing in my mind till later on that I made a big mistake. My mom tricked me into going into ODSP, which I later on I felt like, I needed time for myself, time to get away, time to clear my head a little bit more. So I moved to Thunder Bay at the time. I moved to Thunder Bay and I was trying to get myself cleared, trying to get myself everything, but every time it seems like my mom forces me to do something, and and others just don't see it. They say, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." And in fact, you know, you should be doing what your mom tells you and all that. To a point, yeah, I do everything. To a point, I do. I sacrificed my livelihood. I never had. I had a girlfriend, but I never had emotional or any attachments to her, because all I get is my mom's whispers of saying no to my one ear, you know, saying, no, you cannot do that to her, you cannot do that to her, or anything like that. And that's not onto my mom, that's onto the girlfriend that I had at the time. And I'm trying to think, why can't I get, why can't I hold hands with her? Why can't I, why can't I kiss her? Why can't I do other stuff with her? I just can't do anything, and I don't know why. I tried to explain it to say like a doctor or say like to anybody, even, but they all go against me. Instead, they go with my mother instead of doing it on her way. Honestly, I don't know how I'm still alive today. Honestly, I don't know how I am still alive today. If I was alive, or if I was gone, things would get worse for her. But at the same time, it's her mental state, and a lot of people are not seeing that. A lot of people are ignoring it. They don't want to be involved with anything like that. They only see me because that's what they want. That's what she wants. She wants everybody to see me how I am. She puts me in the spot where I can't really say anything, but for you, you would say, "Oh, okay, so he does need help. Okay, we can get him help. We can force him to do it and all that stuff." I personally, I wish that I can have my own life, but nobody wants to listen. Not even the doctors or anything like that. There is a bill that I'm going to be asking, and I'll be getting that bill, and that's it. Otherwise, they're going to have to say, you know what, this is beyond their reach and everything else, and they will say, okay, you're going to have to do a lot. But seeing my own mother like that on my bed at the time, and everything, like I said, I could have been still working. I just needed time away. I should have had not workers leave. What is it called? Workers leave or workers something where a person could take a few or a week off or 2 weeks off to get their minds all set and they'd be all right. That's what I needed, or something like counseling and all that stuff. But I needed to get away from my own mother because of this problem. I guess you can say one, you can say the other, and it wouldn't matter. Everything would be on me anyways. It would not matter. I don't think I have any. I don't think I have the health to do it anymore, and I'm not going to get any more help than I already have. Until she gets help, I will not. I will not get any help for myself until she gets help. Until I start getting help somewhere else. If I move from where I live right now to somewhere else that's a little bit further away, that's an arm's length away, then I will be fine. But here's the thing though, they will do anything, she will do anything to get me back to her, in a sense, a way of her choosing. Like I mentioned, she had her brother who committed something. I'm not going to say anything bad, but you know, I said it, all the males have passed away in her life. And she's keeping me close eye, which I do understand. But there's only a if I had my own life, my own livelihood, I want people to recognize me as me, not for my mom, you know, because of what she is and what I am. I wanted to separate myself from her so that I can start getting someone, start feeling the courage, you know, and doing it. Right now, I'm 45. I don't have anything. The only way I can think of is maybe I could just not really do very much of anything, you know. I'm not going to get help for any more medication, any more stuff. If people want me to get help and all that, they're just gonna, they're not gonna
Ready
get
for
anything
another round?
from me.
I think so. We shall see
Even
who
if
shows
the
up.
doctor's phone or
There's
whatever,
no one
I'm
in the
still
school
not
I'd be
going
afraid to duel.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get to it.
Ready to get thrashed?
Apologies in advance.
Protegia! Stupefy! Accio!
Find the one! Protect!
Leviosa! Stupefy!
Protect!
Leviosa!
Bingo!
Oh, son of a bitch.
Accio!
Don't shy away now. Leviosa!
Stupefy! Glad I didn't bet on that round.
Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Assignment's all finished.
But you know what the best thing is, though? Being a streamer helps me out to calm down a lot of things. It helps me to calm down. It as well helps me to focus on the thing in front of me. You know what I mean? I'm happy that I got to.
Revelio.
I'm happy that I can still play games like I am now. I'm happy to actually start doing streaming for the last few years. I'm quite pleased with everything that I never got to do, you know? Like, it's not like... Oh, hang on. I saw something down here. Where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. There you go. But yeah, like I said, I am happy because I am a streamer and I get to say it so that if people want to understand what I'm going through, they can say, "Hey, I have the same thing," like, and it's hard for me, and I don't know what else to do, you know. Like it's not like it's anybody's fault or anything, not even my own mother, but she didn't get the help that she needed so that she can be happy, you know, that I did find someone instead of her being right there. And that's the point. Like, don't focus on me, on the person that you tend. You gotta see the whole thing. You gotta see outside the box. And I'm finding that more and more doctors are not. They're just staring at you, but they're not looking with you. They're looking against you. And their own reflection is they're going to see your own mother saying all of this and making her look like that. And if she doesn't get any help, she's going to lose it. More than me. But I'm going to lose it because of my health. I don't know. Maybe with my health being gone, maybe this is the best way. I just want people to have the understanding of me, what I go through. Other people are the same. Don't get me wrong, other people are exactly the same like me. The only difference is that they don't have anything to speak out on because there's nothing that's letting them to speak out on. A lot of times people will send, oh, we're going to send you into a psychotic thing to get you evaluated and all that stuff. And I've been evaluated twice. And I'm tired of being evaluated when my mom needs to be evaluated as well. Maybe she just needs to have someone to tell her what she is doing is wrong. But I don't think today's standards, I don't think anybody has the strength to do that. Saying, Mrs. Your son needs a life too. That he's very unhappy. He's, you know, that what you're doing is you're keeping him here for your benefit and not his benefit. And if she says a lot of other stuff, she's gonna fight, and she's not gonna let go. When she does this, she's gonna make it. And then I get people going after me because of her. I only have two choices out of this matter. Or just one choice out of this matter. Me moving away and then get the help that I need, or stay here and get more sicker. Those are my only two options that I have left. And my chances are moving is really slim. Very slim because of all the immigrants that are coming in illegally into Canada. Or migrants, I should say migrants that are coming in. So that only leaves me one option. I just get sick. And the best part is that I'm not going to get any help for it. Because we have over here we can refuse any treatment that we don't, even if it's religious as well. I refuse to take any medications, and I will refuse. And if people give me a harder time, like I said, I don't have any backup on my side. Never had any backup. So, not a girlfriend, not even a friend. Like I said, this is really something. And if people want to hear me out, try to do something, I will not.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you, and that you...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady.
All right. All right.
Good work.
$150 XP.
Repairer.
Oh,
Incendio.
Getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Shit.
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
All right. I'm good.
Revelio.
Okay.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Hecat.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office. 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Revelio!
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt, but a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Okay. Cool. No. Okay. Oh, wrong button. Okay, let's put you right up. Here. And I don't know. No. What means visible? Yeah. But I do need this. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. There we go. No. There.
I'll be quieter than a jobberknoll.
Oh, hang on. Wrong way.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key.
Good gracious, what a mess!
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Oh shit. My thing went dead on me.
Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Repair it. Revelio. Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this one. That's it! Revelio.
Sorry for me being quiet. It's just so much that is happening right now that I can't seem to get myself, you know? Ooh. That's nice. I like that. That's really nice.
Where might this lead? Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
That's how you do it. Put it like that.
Revelio. Protego. Levioso.
Ha! Bastard. Almost. Oh, good.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me.
Sweet. Hang on. What? Oh, hang on. Wrong button. There we go.
Accio.
Where are ya? Uh-oh. At least we got both. And we got electric. Oh god, such an easy peasy.
It is a book after all.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor McCaw.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta put it on pause. Need to take a number 2, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that, everyone. But I did get a couple of things here that I want to check out. Ah, nice. Huh.
Revelio. Revelio.
Should be a thing somewhere, but I don't see it.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood? Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the Ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
All right.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
I wonder why the north of the thing is like not bigger than the south. Like, look at this. In the game, it seems like down here is further, but why not up here being further? Or even being wider? It would probably be better if it was wider, but they didn't put it wide. I don't know why. Be kind of interesting once they start doing some stuff, you know? Like, there's so much right here, but it's right here. You know, there's right... You figure right in here there'd be like a cave or something, or anything to lead you to right here, and as well... right up here. Those things are shaded, but what are they for? I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna end it here for today. For the ones that are let me get back out. Alright. For the ones
Professor
that
Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Yes, ma'am. Anyways, for the ones that are watching me or the ones that are going to watch this stream, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I know it seems what I said there and everything else seems out of place in a lot of times, but this is the truth of myself, you know, not towards anything. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, and I don't know how else to say it, you know, like I wanted to tell you about the story about myself, and but I don't know, from last 8 weeks to 8 weeks yesterday, I lost almost 10 pounds within those times. I'm down to 166 pounds. Another 8 months, I might be down to 156 or maybe 158 or something like that. I don't know. But like I said, I just don't think I have the strength anymore to to fight. I'm on a losing battle, and people are not put in this whole situation. I just wish that people can say, hey, we hear you. We will help you out, move somewhere in a place so that you can afford, so that you and your mom can be separated from each other. Even I think that's out of my hands. I don't think I will ever get any help. Anyways, if you like this stream, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. If you already have subscribed, thank you for subscribing, and put a 2 thumbs up or a like so that I know that you like this content. As well, it's getting closer to the end of the month. That means Baldur's Gate is coming. I'm hoping that when Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, that it will make me stream a little bit longer than this game. I usually do stream a long time with this game, but I don't want to stream too long with a lot of things, especially with what I have right now, because I don't know if I'll be able to. Well, anyways, I will catch you next week on Monday around 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is New York time if you wanted to know. Again, 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Monday evening around 6 or 6:30. That is New York time. That is p.m. Eastern Time. If you like this stream, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. If you already have subscribed, thank you, and put 2 thumbs up so that I know you like this content. And you'll have a great weekend. I hope your weekend will be better and safer. I know for myself it should be okay, but with my health and all that stuff, I'm going to just keep on going as I am now. So, but anyways, wherever you are, wherever you live, have a great morning, great afternoon, or great evening. And I will see you next week around 6 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is New York time if you wanted to know. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button so that you know when I'm on. And as well, you'll take care of yourself for this summer or for this weekend. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Because some of you are probably not in school and others are in school. For the ones that are in school, just make sure that you're doing okay in school and classes and that. The ones that are getting ready to go back to college, university, or going back to high school and that, I hope you have a great study time. Get your whereabouts and always get your work done so that you'll be able to, when they do a written test and that, just do your best. That's all you can do. But do the test for yourself and always test your knowledge, because you definitely don't want to end up like me. I definitely don't want you guys to end up like me. Or ladies. I know there's more people out there like me, but there's some people like me that are different. But anyways, I'll catch you all later. You'll have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Bye for now.